Hello everyone, welcome to this devlog for Project Stella. If you're new to the channel and you don't know what Project Stella is, it's a game I'm making that is inspired by Jak and Daxter and The Legend of Zelda. It stars a bunny named Stella who goes off on adventures. In my last video, I said that this video would be all about Stella and all about the game and the story. I have that script written, but it is going to take a lot of time for me to make that video, so instead, I'm just going to give you like a straight up update for the game, and then that video will be its own standalone video separate from the devlogs. So let's look at some updates. So I started reworking Stella's look. I got a little bit of criticism that the current outfit she's wearing kind of looks a little bit too modern. I kind of just made something that I can put on her so that I could throw her into Unity, and I didn't really think too much about what she was wearing. So now I'm giving her an outfit that kind of looks a little bit more like it would fit with like a sort of medieval pirate era setting. The outfit's just a starter outfit. It doesn't really offer any protection. This is like what Stella goes on her adventure first wearing. I also wasn't really sure about how the boots would look, so I looked at Sybil from Pseudo Regalia for reference. Her greaves and her legs are very similar to Stella's legs. One thing that I found really helpful when it came to creating Stella's new outfit is this add-on called Mesh Data Transfer. Basically, when you rig a character, you have to create a bunch of corrective shape keys, or blend shapes, depending on what you call them. But really all it is an adjusted shape for the rig that you can turn on or off with a slider value. In order to get the blend shapes on her clothes to line up with the blend shapes on her body, you need to either do it all manually again, or you can use this add-on to transfer the data. So yeah, that's the new outfit. It still has a lot of work to do, like more texturing and that kind of thing. But, you know, let me know what you think. Do you like the new boots? Do you like the outfit? So Stella has a bunch of new moves and animations. She can finally take out her sword and shield. At the moment, that's only something that she can do while she's walking around or standing still. She can do a 3-hit combo. She has a stab dash attack. She has a spin strike that can be done either in the air or on the ground. And she also has a stronger spin strike that can be done by holding down the spin button. She can do an upward strike, and she can do a downward strike. A lot of these moves can be chained together. I'm kind of thinking that her moveset with the weapon will still be based around the original Jak and Daxter moveset, but of course modified to fit the type of weapon that she's using. So for instance, she can still crouch and roll, but she loses the ability to long jump after rolling. Additionally, she loses the ability to double jump and high jump. Depending on the type of weapon being used, she will either slow down or maybe she'll lose the ability to chain moves together. However, the trade-off will give her the increased attack power that comes with the type of weapon she's using. Additionally, I rigged the sword to be bendy and scalable so that I can include smear frames in Stella's animations. I'm pretty much enjoying where it is right now, but I think I'm also going to have to include some like sword swish effects. Stella also has the ability to grab onto ledges. At the moment, she can only do this while falling, but I want to include the ability to grab ledges from a standing position. I had started that process by building a staircase that goes up every 25 centimeters. However, I realized that the animation for stepping up onto a ledge were slowing Stella down too much, which means I need to rethink how she grabs ledges from a standing position. While I was working on Stella's new moves, I also took the time to refine some of her previous animations. I had decided not to use her old run animation because I didn't like the way it looked. So I ended up modifying the jog to better suit the run, which was what I was using anyways. It was just the jog, but sped up to 1.5 times the speed. The punch also got a good upgrade, not just the animation, but also the code in order to sell the impact of the punch. The ground pound got some love as well, with the earliest ground pound lacking the impact of the new one. Overall, I think I'm learning a lot about how animations work with gameplay, and how they should feel when you press buttons. Also, it seems like you have a lot more leeway than I expected with anticipation in game animations. The upward strike holds for 15 frames, or a quarter of a second, before sending Stella into the air. I find that it still feels good. I also spent a bit of time remodeling the demo level. Some of the textures I'm using at the moment are placeholder, except for the dirt texture, which is mine. I want to replace them with some of my own hand-painted and generated textures. The key difference between the old model and the new one is that the new one is made up of a bunch of different pieces, while the old one isn't. This way is much more flexible, and when I want to make a change, I don't have to rework the topology. I can add or remove meshes, or just modify them. And lastly, I spent a little bit of time fixing some bugs. I sent out early builds of the game to my friends and watched them play. They found a ton of bugs that I wasn't really aware of, and I immediately fixed. Some I still have to fix and are pretty hilarious. Then let go.
And spin.
Nope. I guess you're just stuck now. Unless you grab onto the box. And then pull it back. Oh!
Oh my god.
Those are some strong arms.
Yeah.
Wait, does a roll do any damage?
I think the roll jump will, but not the roll itself.
Oh. I mean, in all honesty, you could choose to keep the perpetual rolling, but make it hard to control, like, the roll.
Maybe. I don't know. I just sound... Whoa. Hold on. Can you go back? Can you do that again? That shouldn't have happened.
What, the clip through the box?
Yeah. Why is that happening?
Maybe when it opens, the collision turns off or something.
Let's go.
Ooh.
What the hell?
None.
That's not right.
Yes!
Oh
No.
no, you
Yeah.
need to get it up there.
Oh no. Oh no. I don't think you
Hell
can
yeah.
now, can you?
There's only one way to find out.
Oh no. Shadow,
Considering he
they're
can
all-
stop time,
What
I'd
the
say
fuck?
he's even faster.
Wait, who can stop time?
Shadow
Shadow can
with
stop
chaos
time?
control.
What the fuck?
Well, that was the
Chaos
white one.
control. It's like when you Silver's a time traveler, but Shadow can take like an emerald and stop time for a few seconds.
Only a few seconds though?
Wow, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's child's play.
Imagine how OP he'd be.
Yeah. But can he do it like repeatedly? Can he like stop time for like only a few seconds every like second or so? Or is there like a big cooldown? Does the jump still seem awkward?
I guess not from behind. But then again, I'm kind of enjoying the view back here. I'm just kidding.
I know
I'm
you're
just
not
kidding.
kidding. I know you're not kidding, and that's totally okay.
That was a joke. It wasn't really a joke.
I mean, it looks fine. The movements are really smooth.
Awesome.
Huh.
What did you do? Oh, that's not descriptive enough.
Oh,
What did you do?
hit the port inside.
How did you do that?
I ground pound close to. Oh, here we go.
Is it the edge? Is it like you're ground pounding on the edge?
Yeah, if I do it like here, I get inside.
And then you
Oh,
get stuck.
I got stuck again. Anyways, that was fun. Found something interesting.
Yeah, that was great. That, like, I would not have known that.
The speedrunners of your game are cursing me right now from the future.
Pretty much.
Yep, I mean,
It's so good.
alright, this is funny.
But it turns out that playtesting is super important, so that's probably going to happen a lot more leading up to the initial release of the demo. Since the last video, I've also come up with a roadmap for the release of my demo. I'm going to be releasing the game in updates over the course of half a year, probably, maybe a little bit longer. In order to get people interested, I'll be making the demo that I keep talking about. It'll be a proof of concept, and it'll also be a great opportunity for me to get feedback. Then when it comes time for me to actually make the game, I don't have to redo all of the stuff that I'm doing at the moment. I'm hoping to have the initial release by December 31st to January 31st. This will depend on how much time I have to work on my game. The only time I have to work on my game is on my free time, and I still need to go to work. The initial release will include the tutorial level and a simple test room. The tutorial level will be bare bones, introducing the player to the mechanics of the game. Stella's moveset in the tutorial will be heavily restricted, the premise being that later on in the game you'll be able to unlock new abilities that allow you to move fast and fight more effectively. The test room is where you'll be able to mess around with all of Stella's moves to get a feel for what you will be able to do later in the game. I don't have any hard dates for the next 2 or 3 updates. I'm thinking spring would be a good time to release the first update. Summer would be a good time to release the second update, and possibly fall for the third update if there is one. There will also be many small bug fixes along the way once bugs are found. The first update will include Stella's village. The village will be populated by villagers who will have some quests for Stella to do. It will also include her home and some shops that she can use. I want to give her the ability to use a bow, which I think is more than achievable since I spent all month giving Stella the ability to use a sword. You'll also gain new abilities as well as the sword and shield. There will be a second level that I want to include in the first update. However, I don't want to overextend, so there's a possibility that this may end up being in the second update. This will include a larger level that has a greater emphasis on exploration and completing quests, unlike the demo level, which will be a linear level that loops around. The third update will include a linear level that will connect the second level with the dungeon level. This update will have a big emphasis on puzzles and platforming challenges you will find inside the dungeon. It will also have a boss battle at the end to wrap up the demo. Since the second level may show up in the first update or the third update, this could bring the number of updates down to 2 and the final release closer to the summer. We'll have to see. As I mentioned before, I am a solo developer. I still have to live my life and a job to work. As much as I'd love to focus 100% of my energy on this game, that's simply not possible. All of these dates could change depending on what happens going forward, though. Finally, I wanted to thank a few people who have helped me out with my game. First is Delicious Orange, developer of Pokini Kagura. Pokini Kagura is a fast-paced platformer with stylish and expressive movement. The demo was released recently and is a lot of fun so far. Delicious Orange is looking for feedback, so I recommend giving the game a shot. Orange has been very willing to help me solve issues with my animations early on, and I'm very grateful. Second is Cadet, also known as Splaffinator, who is developing a platformer with an otter lifeguard who fights crabs and collects seashells. I subscribed to Cadet's Patreon as soon as I learned about the Otter game, and it has been nothing but inspiration since. Cadet's art style takes appeal to a whole new level, and I can't wait to play what's in development right now. I've learned a ton about animation by sharing my animations and getting advice in Cadet's server. Most importantly, I was able to adapt the state machine I use from what he developed and shared with me. Thanks, Cadet. It means a lot. A special thanks to YY Neko from my Discord server. Neko has been helping me solve coding challenges for a while now. He's always been available to hang out and chat about game development, and I'm also really grateful for that. Alright, so that's everything I have to share today. This has been a pretty awesome month in terms of animation. I'm actually really enjoying and learning a ton. I find that as I continue to work on my animations, it's allowing me the opportunity to fine-tune my controls, and one of the things that I sort of want to do is I kind of want to showcase that in a tutorial and also share some of the sort of tricks that I'm using to get around Unity's kind of hard to understand animator system. Also, like I mentioned, the Stella video is going to be its own standalone video now. The entire script is way longer than I expected it to be, and I just need a little bit more time to gather the footage and put it all together. So stay tuned for that, and also stay tuned for the standard 2 devlogs that are going to come out this month. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you have any questions, any comments you want to say, just comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. It really helps the channel. And share this with your friends if you think this is a game that they might like. Your support is very welcome. If you want to support me, you can donate to my Ko-fi at ko-fi.com/supertrooper, and also you can follow me on Instagram at supertrooper_art. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Super trooper, super trooper, super trooper, and he sells soup.